good afternoon, everybody. My name is Robert Hale with the Texas Beef Council. For those who do not know me, hello, welcome. It's my very proud opportunity here to spend some time with y'all and to spend some time with some amazing high school culinary professionals. I want to introduce you to the student chefs at Rockwall High School, who had this year finished second at the National ProStart Invitational in Rhode Island, which was the best that Texas has ever done. So great job, y'all. Super proud of y'all. So they're going to prepare two courses of their second place finish at nationals, and obviously winning the state competition that we had there in San Antonio. They're going to be preparing their first course is a sous vide redfish with zucchini and a seafood reduction sauce. And second, the coconut Bavarian cream with passion fruit and mango glaze, correct? Did I do that right? Mm-hmm. We skipped the best part, the beef part, but we'll just tell you about that. Right, Chef? Huh? Cool. All right, before I begin, I would like to introduce everybody. Each of these bright young chefs, student chefs, and mention a few fun facts along the way about everybody. We'll do that as we go along. They got 50 minutes that they're going to do their cooking time here. So just under their normal 60 minutes, but it's only two courses too, so they got this down. I was going to bring a blindfold and blindfold him, but we decided not to do that this time, and he was ready. So we got Presley. Presley, raise your hand. Say hello to everybody. We have Evan Scott. Evan, say hello. We have Cameron Davis. And Rachel Bristow. Rachel. So that's the team. Rachel's also mic'd, so she's going to talk as we go along, too, about what she's doing and what the rest of the team is going to do. And maybe we'll let her read the fun facts instead of me maybe a little bit. So, hey, Chef. Because these fun facts every year, as you all know, during competition, they get, I think there's stuff put in there just to see if I'll actually say it or not. Is that true? That's the rumor that I've always heard. We're going to put it in there to see if Robert will say it. But I say it, so. All right. So we got dessert over here, right? So we're working on dessert on this side, and we're working on that sous vide over here. So, Rachel, you're still cutting some stuff up?
Yep.
All right, you can talk while you're doing that, though.
Chopping these mushrooms. Yes, I can.
So tell me a little bit about Presley. So Presley's a Doctor Who fan, right?
Yes.
Right?
I have been told.
Okay. You've been told you've never watched Doctor Who?
I have not.
With her?
No,
what?
I haven't. That's Evan's
How's
job.
that possible? Evan, you've watched Doctor Who? Sometimes. All right. Oh, that's right. You have a cat too, right? Is it Kai? Kai, your cat Kai.
Cameron, is this good enough?
She is known as a sophomore, even though she will be a senior next year. Presley hopes to attend either Johnson & Wales University or Sullivan University. If we go to Johnson & Wales, are we going to Providence or are we going to Denver? Where are we going? What do you think? You're going to Denver? All right, cool. And her goal is to own her own cafe where she's going to serve almost exclusively beef at the cafe, right? Awesome. I love how that works. All right. All right, so what are you working on over here?
I'm working on the base for my Bavarian cream and about to put those into my molds.
Okay, into the molds.
There you go.
So tell me, what was more stressful? Was the state competition here in San Antonio, or was it more stressful when you went to national to compete?
I think it was state. Yeah, I think the judges they expect a lot from us. They do it nationally too, but
cooler, okay?
Judges like Patrick,
Behind you.
they know us and they
Watch
know
out,
what
under.
we're capable of, and so they know we can do amazing things.
Very cool, very cool. So excellent. All right. So state competition I think she said there were better judges here in Texas. I'm pretty sure that's what she said, right? I mean, I kind of agree with that, right? I mean, hello, right? All right, so I smell some garlic. All right, Rachel, what are you doing still? You got garlic?
Yep, I got garlic.
All right, so Evan likes to go snow skiing and is an Eagle Scout, right? He is a diehard Green Bay Packers fan. We won't hold that against you. Plans to own his own food truck that's also going to be exclusively to beef. It's amazing. I mean, you guys, you're so good to us. But first, he wants to attend Johnson & Wales also, or Sullivan this fall. So if we go to Johnson & Wales, we're going to Denver also, correct? All right. Let's talk a little bit about Cameron. Cameron likes everything country and loves to talk. A true Texan at heart. Very cool. Do you have a cowboy hat?
Yes, I do.
Nice. Why didn't you wear it? Nice. They always say they forget to bring it. They always say, I forgot to wear it. Very cool. Probably find him Snapchatting or working out when he isn't cooking. Or Snapchatting about you working out, right? Or Snapchatting about you cooking, right? Huh? He plans to attend Sullivan University to get his PhD in hospitality management. Very cool. So after that, what do we want to do? We want to own a steakhouse, right? A steakhouse and a hotel. So a hotel with a steakhouse in it.
Exactly.
All right, cool. We can do that. Absolutely. All right, Rachel, you didn't escape. So it says, Rachel loves messing with Chef and sometimes seems to have a Russian accent. Is this true?
Sadly.
Does Chef Hayes have a Russian accent also?
No.
Huh?
He's
No?
not
There's no
nearly
Ru-
as good as a Russian accent
Okay.
as I am.
Does it really sound Russian? Or?
It actually does
All
sound
right.
intimidating.
So tell us something. You're mic'd up. Go ahead. Tell us something in
Okay.
Russian.
Okay.
Put her on the spot.
Why you gotta
Did I
me
put you on the
spot like
spot?
that?
All right. Well, so within the next 40 minutes, you need to work in some kind of Russian accent for us at some
I'll
point.
try.
Okay?
I'll do
All
my
right.
best.
Okay. All right.
Okay, Cam, I do
She plans. Rachel plans to graduate from college with no debt. That's a good thing.
all of it in there.
This past year was her first year competing in the Texas ProStart culinary program. All right.
Need anything else, or am I good?
So Cameron, tell me what you're working on.
Right now, I just finished making my
Excuse
dressing
me?
for my wilted spinach salad, and now I'm actually about to go over and I'm about to blanch my zucchini for the scales and the finish. All right.
Cool. You said you're going over. Where are you going? You're going around? You're going. Oh, okay. All right. So Cameron, tell us. So what did you think about? What were your expectations going to nationals? What was your? Did it meet your expectations when you got there? Was it? This is going to be scary, and it wasn't so scary, or what are you thinking when you went?
I was terrified, honestly. I was actually kind of scared of all the teams I'd be going against because I knew that I had worked hard, but so had all the other teams who had gotten there ahead of me.
Very cool. So how about also, did you have an opportunity when you were there to talk to some other students from across the country and that kind of thing, or was it like a football mentality of, we're going to beat you, I'm not talking to you?
Well, actually, I still talk to a bunch of the other state teams still. So, in fact, I've gotten really close with a couple of the Colorado, Alaska, and we're actually still really good friends, and we've actually talked about going to college together still.
Awesome, man. Pretty cool story, right? How cool is that? Cool story. You ready to take over a little bit?
I am.
All right. You ready?
I've done my cooking.
In your
job.
Russian accent, you ready to go? Huh?
No.
She's going to try to take my job next year, I think, is what this is all about. So
I make no promises.
You make no promises.
I make no promises.
All right, go for it. So tell us a little bit about the team a little bit, and tell us where we're at in the cooking process right now. All right?
Okay, so about this team. This is my first year doing ProStart, and I've loved every second of it. I don't think we could have had a better 5 to do this. 4 now, but unfortunately one of our great team members, Madison Alexander, could not join us today because she's already off to college. But these people have really become my family during ProStart, and I couldn't have asked for anything better than this team. So let's move on to Cameron. Cameron, where are you at in the cooking process right now?
I just finished.
Talking to the mic.
I can't.
What are you doing? I'll explain.
I just finished blanching my zucchini for the fish, and I'm about to actually scale.
Okay, so he has just finished blanching the zucchini for the scale on our red snapper fish. And what are you doing after that?
After that, I will start on, actually, while that's going, I'll start the sauce, which is a seafood reduction sauce, along with a wilted spinach salad. And then at the end, I'll finish off with some roasted veggies.
Okay. And then after that, he is going to start on the sauce, which is a seafood reduction sauce. I wish all of you could try it because it is absolutely delicious. Anyways, Evan, where are you right now? What are you doing?
I'm working on the citrus compote right now.
Citrus compote, and that's for the dessert. What is inside this compote?
It's got orange zest, lime zest, kiwis, bananas, and oranges.
Interesting.
It's pretty good.
It's good. I agree. What about you, Presley? What are you doing right now?
I am currently working on my jelly,
Your jelly.
and after that, I will probably be doing my sugar garnish.
Your sugar garnish. I would like to talk about that sugar garnish.
Wash my hands.
Okay. The sugar garnish
Washing hands.
has been probably one of the biggest challenges we've had to overcome during our practices. And one of the problems is that we only have 2 small burners, as you can see. The more pots and pans we put on it, the less space we have for the sugar garnish. So we've had to compensate and experiment with a bunch of different trials, pretty much, with our different ingredients. And eventually we overcame that by simply just taking everything off the burner except for the sugar garnish. And then we were able to get that done. And it becomes a very pretty spiral, and it goes on top of our Bavarian cream.
Yeah.
So, Cameron, would you like to talk about your plans for after high school?
I'm going to Sullivan University for 2 years to get my associates.
Talking to
I'm
me.
going to is this what's on? Okay. I'll be going to Sullivan for 2 years to get my associates in culinary arts. And then after that, I plan on doing what Evan is doing, which is going to Johnson Wales. And then there I'll be going to get my business degree in hospitality and restaurant, or hotel and restaurant management.
Okay.
Absolutely. Got to figure it out. I like it.
Yep. I'm still here for 2 more years, hopefully. So I'm still figuring all that out.
So
What
next
about
year
you,
we
Evan?
have. So we have all 4, right?
Evan's graduating.
Graduating, that's
and
right.
so is Cameron.
Okay, so
but
you
me
got.
and Presley are still
So
gonna be here.
so who's? Do we have the other 2 or 3 teammates? Maybe
Not yet.
not yet.
Not yet. But
Huh?
we're gonna
Are
start
we
working on that next school
recruiting,
year.
or what do we?
Next
How's
school
that
year.
process work? Yeah. So we get some people. We
There's gonna be some auditions.
auditions.
Mm-hmm.
Who's
We all have to re-audition.
3 auditions? Man.
Re-audition.
Okay.
Me and Presley do.
All right. Can I come do that?
Of
Huh?
course.
Yes. I'm coming. I'm gonna audition. I want in. Huh?
Very good. Evan, what about you? What are your plans for after high school?
I'm actually doing the exact same thing as Cameron. I'm getting my associate's degree at Sullivan, and then I'm getting a bachelor's degree in hospitality from Johnson Wales.
Very cool.
And Presley? What are your plans for after high school?
Well, I plan to go to
The-
Sullivan and or Johnson and Wales, and then after that, I want to work in the industry for a while, and then once that's done, I'll hopefully own my own business and be a businesswoman.
Interesting.
Cool. And we talk a little bit about, and the students are talking about where they want to continue their education and continue in the food service industry.
Okay, let me know.
All of them received multiple scholarships through the Texas ProStart competitions this year, and they all received a full tuition scholarship to Sullivan University. So we're really thankful for our partners in the Texas ProStart program and our post-secondary schools that help us out so much. And so we have a lot of these debt-free, hopefully coming out of school because of the Texas ProStart program. So what a great way to start off their culinary careers. So. All right, so how much time we got left, though? What's the clock say?
You started the timer.
I had the
this time.
timer? I
You
didn't
had-
start it. No.
you started.
You said, Chef, I have a timer, and you
I did.
showed it to me.
We started
Ah.
after, so
All
I
right.
didn't get a chance to start the timer.
Okay.
But that is okay.
We got plenty of time then, plenty of time. So who wants to tell us a story about our chef instructors? Anybody want to tell us a story about our 2 instructors that we have? And is there anything
think
that's
Cameron would love
inside
to do
information
that.
that we don't know? Any funny stories during the year, anything like that? You can take the mic and go ahead. You're not going to do that? Come on. Huh? There's got to be some stories, right? I know a couple stories, but I can't. No, I'm just kidding. So travel, how was travel when we went all the way to Rhode Island? What was that? How was that? Was that fun?
That was fun. It was actually my first time going on a plane.
Your first time on an airplane?
It was.
How cool is that? What'd you think about that experience?
My ears hurt.
Your ears hurt? Yeah. They popped a little bit, and yeah. Did you enjoy all of the wonderful culinary treats that you had on the airplane? I know. You had
Not as good
peanuts
as what
or
we do,
yeah,
but-
exactly. Oh. How long were we in Providence for? We were there for
How
a
long
week?
were we there?
Less
4
than
days?
4 days. Okay. Would y'all think y'all get to travel around a little bit in Providence and see anything?
Yeah,
see some
we-
mansions and that kind of stuff?
Yeah, we
Right?
walked around a lot, went to a bunch of different little places to eat, and it was a great experience because I've never been up there
Sure.
before. I'm only
Very cool.
16.
Very cool. Awesome. Hey, where's Nationals at next year? Who knows?
Washington.
Washington,
DC.
D.C. Very cool.
I'm hoping we'll make it there next year.
We do not hope we will make it there next
We
year.
will.
There's no hope involved, all right? All right, so how we doing on dessert over here? Come talk to him about dessert. See where we're at.
All right, Evan, what dice is that?
Small dice.
Small dice? What are the dimensions?
1/4 by 1/4 by 1/4 of an inch cubes.
Great, I was just testing it.
All right.
So we're cooling our heels over here.
Waiting for the
In
sugar
dessert.
garnish to cool.
Yes.
How's it looking? What color would you say?
Auburn.
Auburn?
Auburn.
Snazzy. Okay. Cameron, what are you working on?
Right now I'm stirring my sauce. I'm about to cook the bacon for my salad.
All right, he is stirring the sauce and he's about to start on the bacon for the wilted spinach salad.
So Rachel, tell us a little bit about Rockwall itself and the high school and how many students are there and how big is it and all that stuff. Can you tell us a little bit about Rockwall for people that don't know?
Yes, I actually recently moved to Rockwall, Texas, and it has been a great experience for me so far. Everybody is really friendly. They really do welcome me there, and especially at the school. My instructors, Chef Kate's right there, she has been one of my greatest influences during this entire thing, and she definitely welcomed me into the program, as well as Chef Hayes did. Anyways, like I said, they're family. They're not teammates. They're not acquaintances. They're my family now, and I couldn't have asked for anything better.
Very cool. All right, so since the students didn't want to tell any stories about Chef Hayes or not, so why don't we see if he wants to come up here and maybe tell a story about the travels and the students and all that. Come on up real quick, huh? Come on. He always wants to stay in the background. He never wants to come up here, so, huh? You don't have to come up on the stage if you don't want to, but, all right, let's give Chef a big round of applause. All right, so tell us a little bit about the kids, what they mean to you, all that stuff. We don't have to cry. I mean, we don't have to do that, but just tell us what this year and how it went and all those kinds of good things.
Yeah, as the kids mentioned, we really do become a family. They spend basically 2 hours a day in class with me. And then after school, practice begins at 4:30. And it ends about 8:30, 8:45. It depends on how long it takes them to wash dishes. And we do that Monday through Friday. And then on Saturdays, we practice from 8:30 until 1 or 2 in the afternoon. We begin practice usually the week after Thanksgiving, and we practice the entire rest of the school year. So there are definitely some strong bonds that this program actually helps create. I really get to from an instructor's point of view, I think, and I know there's a handful of instructors out there, but I really love to be able to see the growth and the changes in the students that this program affords them to do. It's a wild ride. Every year we have different challenges that we've got to overcome, and I love the fact that this program really does get them ready for the industry. They can handle themselves in a restaurant on a busy Friday or Saturday night, and they're 16 and 17-year-old kids. Evan just finished an internship with Matt's Tex-Mex in Dallas, and he helped recreate their kids menu, and he got to work on the line, and he did that for, what was it, 8 days, full 8 days, and he was him and Maddie, who couldn't be here, they mentioned that earlier, she did the internship as well, and she's currently going to school at Sullivan University, which is a culinary arts school. And she got special permission from the school to start school 8 days late because of this internship opportunity that she had. So they did it together, and they were the first 2 high school students to be able to experience that and do that with the Greater Dallas Restaurant Association and the Medical City Children's Hospital there in Dallas. So it was a great experience for them. So Texas ProStart is not just about a competition. And that's why I wanted to point that out to you guys. It's about serving the community in different ways. It's about learning social skills. It's about learning how to handle yourself under pressure. How many times do we, as restaurateurs, have to just make it work, with what we have? They experienced that today. Getting ready for this demo, we couldn't get the proper fish in that we traditionally use. So we had to come up with a good substitute. So different experiences like that really do prepare them once they're out of high school and become part of a restaurant's team, so to speak, to be a member that's productive and that can be counted on all of the time. But they work hard. And I will tell you this, it's not just these kids that work hard. It's other kids in the classroom too, across the state. There are so many excellent programs across our state. I know when I started teaching the ProStart curriculum 9 years ago, I think we had like 75 different high schools that have this curriculum. And now I think we have well over 200. So talk about growth across the state. It's a fantastic thing. And we, as educators, we want to be able to continue to help the industry grow by having students in our classes. I will tell you that these kids are not just from Rockwall High School. They are from Rockwall Heath High School and Rockwall High School. And a lot of school districts have a situation kind of set up like we do in Rockwall. And some schools have career and technology centers. And I personally have seen our program grow leaps and bounds. We started out with just one teacher, me, and next year we'll have 3. We have, I believe we had over 525 kids sign up for the program next year. And there's so many kids, we had to hire another teacher. And even with that, we're still turning down 200 students. Yeah. So the demand is there, the interest is there, which is great for us as restaurateurs. So that's really exciting for me to see as an educator. And it should be exciting for all of you guys in the industry because they're coming and they have a fire in their belly and they're ready to go. So there you go.
How many slices?
Great job, Chef. Thank you very much. Appreciate you sharing that information, right? So talented kids, again, like Chef Hayes said, not necessarily all competing, but within the ProStart program and using the curriculum and the over 230 schools that are using it right now. So restaurateurs out there walking the show floor, here is your future right here, okay? And the future sitting out here of educators that are in the schools doing it every day and educating our future workforce, okay? There's a huge shortage out there. I hear it everywhere I go, everyone I talk to. I can't hire people, I can't get people. I can't keep people, I can't have people with skills that come in. Well, look to the Texas ProStart program for that basis, and then post-secondary school, and then coming out into industry. So they're out there, we just got to find them, make sure that we're giving them internships, getting them involved with throughout our chapters of the Texas Restaurant Association. Going into schools, mentors, right? plenty of mentors that worked here with Rockwall. I know for sure lots of other chefs and food service professionals give their time and efforts to work with schools, to go in, talk to the kids. I know it's always a highlight of my year to be able to go around and talk to different schools and have them come to our place in Austin, and very rewarding to go in and see the passion that these young students have for the careers that and for the industry that we care so much about. So I will get off my soapbox, and we're going to continue here with the demo. So we're on the dessert side. How are we doing over here? What's going on?
Right now we're working on a Swiss meringue.
A lime Swiss meringue. Say that 3 times really fast. Ready? Huh? All right. So on the critique, when you guys went to nationals, how did that go? Did they say anything different than at the state level, or what would y'all feel when you came off of that critique?
There were small changes, yeah. There were a lot of things that the state judges told us to improve that at nationals they
What are you
specifically
doing
said
after that?
that they liked. So we're glad that we took the advice of all the judges in the state. They gave us a lot of help.
You want to sanitize my station so I can put up the picture?
Again, the best judges anywhere. Cool. So we took our corrective criticism and we changed a few things around, and also from regional to state, right? We probably did that also a little bit, right?
We originally on our dessert plate we had the varying cream with the glaze, and we had the tuile on top. And the dessert judge actually told us to give it a little more crunch and a little more height. So we added a tuile on the bottom, and then we stood the tuile up in the back.
Very cool. Very cool. Awesome. Again, a nice little tip. We see that in between regionals and states all the time, taking back that corrective criticism and coming back and implementing that at state. And you hear that a lot in the judges' room when we're talking about different things and what schools actually took those critiques and went back and changed it and how it makes a difference. So, all right, so we got fish in a bag here. We got that red fish in there. Tell us a little bit about what you're doing there.
Right now I'm vacuuming out all the air so that it's a tight seal and that there's no, how do I put it? I'm just trying to vacuum out the air so that way it cooks evenly throughout.
Excellent, excellent. Again, with the competition, we're working with some induction burners here with electricity, but during competition there is no electricity allowed. So everything that they have to do, no blenders, nothing like that. So it definitely makes a difference. That's pretty. Where do you look? Can you see? Everybody see that? Very cool. So now what's the next step?
I'm about to actually put it in the sous vide cooler over here.
Okay.
The water's
Sous vide cooler. What temperature is the water at? And how long are we leaving it in there for? 17 minutes to 20 minutes. And how do we know it's done? We just take it out and
It's all time.
it's all time. It's all time. And since you've done this more than once, I smell bacon.
Yep.
You're not gonna don't burn the bacon.
I'm not going to burn the bacon.
Not gonna burn the bacon.
No.
All right, so I'm going to head out to the crowd now. Does anybody have any questions for anybody up here? Anybody have any questions? Somebody come up with a question for the students. Anybody want to offer a job? Anybody have any job openings they want to offer? We could do that right now. I can be their agent. What do you think, Chef?
Inside.
All right, they look pretty good up there, don't they, Chef? All right. No questions? Nobody's got any questions? Somebody in the back here has a question. It's a good-looking guy.
Is that Christina? Okay, great.
So Cameron, how did you figure out how to sous vide without actually having a sous vide, a circulator, or anything like that? How'd you figure that out? And I'm coming up there right now to give you a mic. So how'd you figure that process out? Because I can't live without my immersion circulator. I don't know how you do it without it. So how'd you figure that out? YouTube, or did you count?
We actually had to look up the definition of what it was to sous vide, and it's all about circulating water that's heated evenly throughout a sealed container like this one, and then having the food vacuum sealed inside of the bag. And that was about it. And we figured, okay, how do we do that manually? So we thought, just pump the water from one hose out into another.
How cool is that? Yeah, we got a whole contraption back here. So you step on it, little pump, little foot pump. Can y'all see that out there? Can you see his foot pump back here? How cool. Chef Ralph, you ever seen anything like that before? Mm-hmm. That's pretty cool. Did you see anybody at National? Did National anybody do?
No,
Actually, at Nationals, we actually had a bunch of other chefs come up and actually take pictures of it, what we were doing.
All right. Is there any patent attorneys out there? We need to get a patent real quick. Very cool. All right. What you got? Go for it. Got anything? You're mic'd up. Let's go.
I'm about to chop up some bacon for his wilted spinach salad.
The wilted spinach salad.
Yes.
All right. So we got about, you had that 17 minutes ago. It's been about 4 or 5 minutes. You got a timer on that, or is it in your head?
usually it's about, because it goes along with
All
what
right.
I'm doing.
All right. So we got about 15 minutes left to go in the presentation here. So let's giddy up.
Yep.
All right. Any other questions out there? All right. Somebody come up with a question. I'll give you a prize. My goodness. Ah, there goes a hand up right there. Huh? And no, you can't have my hat.
So during the start of y'all getting to know each other, what was something y'all had to overcome as a team?
So when you started as a team, teamwork, was there anything that you had to overcome in terms of, becoming a team and becoming, friends and working side by side with each other for long hours?
We just kind of clicked at the very beginning. We all have a passion for this industry, and we love cooking, and that's what we want to do for the rest of our life. So we all bonded over that. There were days when we had a bad day and we had to practice, and we overcame those in the out. And we just worked as a team and we got through it together.
So, kind of being an athlete back in the day and trying to balance academics and extracurricular activities and that kind of stuff, how does that come into play with y'all, practiced so much? And did you have to spend a lot of extra time on your academics too and your other courses, all those math and science stuff?
Yeah, we got lucky. We got some teachers who would work with us sometimes, and sometimes we would be gone. Like I know me and Presley had to go to some events for On the Border, since we actually made a kids meal there too. And we didn't do the internship, but we still helped them out with their kids menu, and we'd be gone with that and come back and have to go to nationals. But
Cool. All right. Awesome. Great question there. Great question. So just like any good team, right? You got to come together. You got to bond. And obviously, they have a love for what they do, so that makes it a lot easier, right? But again, there's good days and bad days. You are teenagers. I got a teenager. I understand that, right? Right, chef instructors? So very cool. All right, great question. We got another question back here. And no, you can't have my hat. I see you looking.
How did you come up with your menu?
So, great question. How did you come up with your menu? And was there one, did someone take the lead in that, or did y'all divide it up, or how'd y'all come up with that?
We actually, last year we were coming back from nationals. Maddie, myself, and Chef Hayes were sitting in the airport because our flight got delayed about 5 hours.
So you had some time. You had some time to talk.
And we were looking at pictures, and they had the desserts that were, they had coconut with them, and they had lime, and we just kind of took those ideas and built it as our own.
All right. So a little ideation kind of came together on that, and dessert, and your appetizer and your main course, right? So what do you remember of the menu development portion of the menu?
Well,
Was it what it was from the beginning, or did you change before regionals, or?
we did end up changing it after regionals based on the judges' feedback. Very all positive feedback. We just wanted to make it better for state, better than what they expected from us. And that's always our goal, to be 10 times better than what they expect. And so, for example, with the salad, the wilted spinach salad, there wasn't really any crunch to it. So what we did was use some of Maddie's bacon roulade bacon scraps, and we put that in there, and then we added a little bit of the bacon grease into the salad dressing for that flavor. And so,
Very cool.
therefore, yeah.
Excellent. All right, so menu development, always very important. Great question out there. Do we have any other questions? Saw a couple hands go up. We have another question out there. I'm coming. Oh. Yes, ma'am.
So I wanted to ask Cameron, what temperature is that water boiling at for the?
Cameron, what temperature did you say that sous vide was at again?
190.
190 for 17 minutes. That's health inspector improved. Right? Absolutely. Absolutely. Good question. Any other questions? All right, so we're moving right along here. Rachel, what are you working on?
I'm just adding a little bit of olive oil to the salad.
All right. So how's this all going to come together? We got plates. What do we got here? We got plates. We're going to
Yes,
be good. All right.
we each have a plate.
Each have a plate. So we're each going to plate up. We're creating smoke over here. So have we talked about the menu for next year then? Did we have a delay in the airport again this year coming back from Rhode Island? No, there was no delay? Oh, man, y'all are in trouble now. Huh?
Never.
Huh? So have we talked? Do we know what we're doing next year or variation of what we've done? Are we revamping totally or what?
We have a few ideas coming.
Yeah?
Definitely involving some beef, that's for sure.
Definitely involving beef. I knew I liked this
Always.
guy. I knew I liked this guy, right? That filet 3 ways, filet 5 ways. What can we do, huh? Huh?
Kippers.
All right. Plantains, what are we working on over here?
I'm about to brunoise some banana for the citrus compote that we have going on the dessert plate.
So at nationals again, just like state, we had to do some knife skills, right? And so they assigned who got assigned the cuts. We don't assign anymore? Yeah, we still assign, right? But you do it during your menu. Did you have to? That was your knife cut. Okay. Is that your favorite knife cut? Is that yeah. Very cool. All right, so salad's in there, getting warmed up over here. We got our tomatoes. You want to dump that somewhere? Okay. All right, we're coming down to it, about 10 minutes or so to go. We're going to pull these plates together. So who in the crowd has been to a Texas ProStart competition before? Yeah. So I challenge you, for the people in the audience that have not been to one, next year, usually in late December, January, late January, early February. And then into March, we'll have our regional competition in Dallas. We'll have a second competition. Where are we going again for regional? It's Houston. Okay. And now we're coming back for the state. And San Antonio. So if you've never been out, we'd love to have your support.
Mm-hmm.
Please come out and see some amazing young culinary talent. And then go into their classrooms and help them out and work with them, mentor them. Teachers are more than happy to have you all come in and help out. And it's very rewarding also. All right, so we're sous vide still. It's still hot. It's about to come out because that's almost done, and that's how we know it's almost done. As soon as that's done. All right. So when we went into the announcing of who was winning and that kind of, how do we feel? Were we nervous when we went to that? Were we nervous?
Definitely very
We were confident.
nervous.
It was confident nervousness.
Yeah.
Our chef instructors were confident. They weren't nervous at all, right?
No.
No. At least they didn't show it.
They didn't show it. They were calm, cool, and collective. All
Exactly.
right. So do we have a good feeling? Did we think we were 1, 2, or 3, or what y'all think? Obviously, we think we're going to win for sure, but did y'all get a chance to look at the other plates from the competitors?
No, we actually didn't want to look at the other plates because we were so focused on what we were going to do rather than what others were going to do.
Good. Very cool. All right, so we're coming up to the end here. We're finishing up. Dessert.
Real quick, I'm going to empty this into it.
The molds are down below here. You can see. Tweezers have appeared.
Okay, thank you.
We're doing something delicate now. All right, before we start plating, last time for any questions, if anybody has any questions. Now we're going to plate this up. I'm going to give them the 5-minute countdown here in about 3 seconds. Just kidding.
Remember how to play my sauce?
Pour. Yep. Right now?
Actually, no. Wait until I have Actually, no, wait until I have it seared.
Okay. Want me to put it back in the pot so you can hear that?
All right, Rachel, where are we at over here?
He's about to start cutting and then searing his fish, and then I'm going to be plating the sauce, and then we'll plate the salad, and then this fish on top.
So I'm sorry, you said this was redfish, but you used what during competition?
Turbot.
Turbot. There it is. Beautiful, right? What do y'all think about that, huh? Cooked perfectly. 190 degrees, 17 minutes. Or when that was done, right? Yeah, good point. Good question. So who wants to answer this one? What is it like to have 10 or 15 chefs standing around you, staring at you during competition? Especially, do you remember at state? What number were you guys? Did you go off early or did you go off late? All right. But a lot of excitement going on the floor at that time. So what did you think about that, having all those people, those chef instructors or chefs staring at you and judging and giving feedback? Is it intimidating? Or?
It is, especially for it being my first year in ProStart. I didn't exactly know what to expect, but I was definitely confident with our team and what we had, so I wasn't too scared. I was ready.
Awesome, especially probably after regional, right? It made you feel a little more comfortable probably, and they're not that scary, huh?
A lot of the judges were really, really nice to us.
Yeah, absolutely. How about at national? What was it like? Since they were different, that was a whole different group of chefs that you hadn't seen familiar faces or anything like that. So was that a different feeling now?
Yeah, it was kind of like regionals again, where I didn't know what to expect. But as soon as we got our station set up and we got the feel for it, confidence. That's all we had.
It's definitely one of the best experiences I could ever ask for.
Best experience you could ever ask for. How cool is that?
Just gonna throw this down.
We need to get that quote. That needs to go out there somewhere on a marketing for ProStart, right? Huh? All right, so where are we at over here? Dessert, we almost done? You got 30 seconds, so let's go. Just kidding. What you finishing up?
I'm working on the glaze for our raspberries. We're gonna use we're gonna glaze them, and then we're gonna have one on top and then one on the side in front of the meringue.
What'd you think about all the chef judges staring at you and me coming around with a microphone and trying to make you smile and all that kind of stuff?
We don't
don't need to heat up.
It's definitely nerve-wracking at first, but if you think about it, they're there to
Very careful with that.
they're there to
Evan's
help you
$200.
grow
Wait,
that's Evan's? I thought it was mine.
as a person who wants to go into this industry. And if they do critique you, they're not doing it to pick on you or anything like that. They're just trying to help you and let you grow.
They pick on me, though. I mean, come on. Huh? I don't know if I feel that I'm growing. They just pick on me. Huh? Huh? Especially that French guy. Huh? It's a coulee steak, all right? All right, so we got a plate. That fish looks good.
Yep.
Let's finish it off real quick in there, all right? Okay, so we're gonna plate this. We're gonna plate our dessert. Then y'all can come up and take pictures of the plates.
Just like a 3-second fork. I don't know. 2 seconds.
How's everything turning out compared to when you did it in competition? Good? About the same? Okay. How many times do y'all think you've done this? How many times have we? 7 times, 8 times?
Something like that.
Over 100 times? You pretty much know this in your sleep? Yeah.
Let me know when you need me to start plating.
Yes.
At either state or regional, was there anything that happened behind the scenes that we didn't really know about? Was there something that maybe went not wrong, but maybe wasn't perfect that y'all had to adapt to? Or did everything just run really smooth for the 60-minute cooking and it was piece cake?
Everything's just a blur. The only here was cooking.
We cooked.
You cooked?
Nothing else.
Nothing else, right?
It's
So at
really good.
National, what did you guys, did you finish with 2 minutes ago, 10 seconds, 1 second?
Quite a few bit of time.
Yeah.
I think we finished like 5 minutes left almost.
You had almost 5
I
minutes
think
left
so.
to go?
5 minutes.
Very cool.
The rush of everything, the adrenaline.
You
it
were
really
moving.
gets
You were
to
in hyper mode, right? You got through it?
Yes.
All right. So you just cleaned your station up and had everything put back away and you were ready to go? Very cool. And did we get to bond a little bit with the management team that went?
Yeah.
Yeah?
A little bit.
All right. They were here yesterday, right? Where
I
the
think they're here
management team,
today.
right? They're here today too?
They're here today.
Yeah? Cool.
Yes. More good.
It's not as good as that sizzling steak that I usually try to capture on microphone, right? All right, so almost done over here, right? Okay. What do we got to do to finish up?
We just have to plate the meringue, the raspberries, and the mangoes, and then finish it off with the tuile and the garnish.
Well, that sounds like a lot, actually. Huh? 30 seconds ago, you were supposed to be done. Huh? Huh? Just kidding. So what do y'all think about the show? Have you had a chance to walk around a little bit and see some things? You're afterwards, though, right? All right.
He's moving a hand over my skull.
Anything that we're looking for out there? What do you think? Some cool equipment. Maybe a sous vide machine. That would be nice.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Huh?
You know,
Wha-
my college doesn't allow microwaves or anything that's like flame or anything like that. So I was like, maybe I should get a sous vide machine and a big plastic tub, and I'll be set.
Absolutely. Well, you got this thing right here with a pump. What are you talking about, man? Come on. Ah, that's staying at school, huh?
Oh, yeah.
That's not going anywhere, right? The whole patent, that's right. Yeah. Good job, Chef. All right, so we're plating up. So how nerve-wracking was it to sit and watch during National? Was it more nervous than state, or?
I would say, it's like a different nervousness. It was pretty nerve-wracking. I mean, I moved around more than I've moved pacing back and forth, and I don't even know. But they were awesome, but you still have that, you don't know what's going on in the little L shape they have, so you can't get too close.
So I guess I've never thought of that, but as you're sitting over here as instructors, I mean, can you kind of tell, I mean, you practice enough with them, you know, that kind of stuff. Can you look in the eyes and see panic, or can you see it's maybe not going right, or?
Yeah, I mean, I try to kind of read their lips and see what's going on, but there's a few times when I could see Maddie, she's not here, but you could see the Maddie eyes getting big. So you want to, I'm kind of nervous about that. But it was all really good, and she would say things like, gorgeous and beautiful. So then we knew things were going well. But, yeah.
All right. That's a little insider stuff there. I like that. Cool.
Yeah.
So great group, right? So next year, we have a few more. We got some new people coming up. And, all right. Summer's almost over, though. All right, y'all almost done? They're not even paying any attention.
Do y'all happen to have a non-stick pan that works in the induction burners?
Ask Cameron.
Hey, Mike. Speaking of mentor, what's it like mentoring these and in that relationship that you're able to have with these young culinarians? What does it mean for you? And I think I know what it means for you, but tell everybody else kind of what it means.
I think Rachel said it best. It's like a family now. This is my 8th year doing it with me, with Chef Hayes.
That's cool.
I wouldn't change it for the world. I've witnessed any of their events. I love them like they're my own kids. It means a lot to me. Very honored.
Very cool, right? And started as a timer, if I remember correctly, right? With Roger, see? Got you sucked in, and now you're totally in. So that's excellent, right? Rewarding to be able to go up to the school and work with them, and lots of pride. And all right, so we're done.
Yep.
We cleaned up. Ready to go? What do y'all think, huh? Can y'all see it up there? What do you think? Pretty. Huh? You love that plate, right? All right, big round of applause over here, y'all. They did a great job. Way to go. So dessert's almost just about done. So if you had to describe this dish, how would you describe this dish? And not just tell me what the ingredients are, but how would you describe the bite? How would you describe what it tastes like?
It's definitely a good starter because it's very buttery. It's simple. It's very elegant, but simple is the best way I can put it. Because to me, this plate represents everything we are. We are a simple program, but everything we do is perfect. We strive for nothing but excellence, and in fact, that's something my chef tells me all the time. He's like, make yourself the obvious choice, and that's something that I'll carry with me for the rest of my life.
Very cool. And elegant, too. I mean, come on. Very cool. Is that how you would describe it, too? How would you describe it?
Pretty much, yeah. The same. Simple, but very elegant. You get the flakiness of the fish, the crunch from the salad, and then the smoothness of the sauce. It just all works really well together. It's a great app.
Excellent. Very good. Awesome. Great job, y'all. All right, so dessert. Y'all done? All right, so go ahead and describe it for us. How would you describe it? How would you describe the flavor of that? It's a punch?
It's really good.
It's a punch of paradise.
The flavors, but I mean, you can eat it with just the jelly and the compote, or you can eat everything in one bite, and it's different, but it's still great. Whatever way you want to try it.
All right, but if I'm on Food Network Star here and I got to describe my food, I can't say it's awesome and it tastes great. You got to tell me what it tastes like. Huh? What's it taste like? Does it taste like lemon? Does it taste like?
Has the mango and the passion fruit and the lime, and that married with the coconut cream, it's a great balance between all of them. And it's like, we used to describe it as a beach.
A beach, there you go. Cool. Awesome. It can be put on menus, restaurateurs, come on up here, take a picture of it. We can replicate it. We can do that for you for a small nominal fee up here. But all right, so one last round of applause for the Rockwall High School second place national finishers. Great job, y'all.